Scott Key wrote the Star-Spangled Banner over 200 years ago. He called America the land of the free and the home of the brave. Those words are as true today as they were then. Throughout this nation's history, America's soldiers, sailors, airmen, Marines, Guardians, and Coast Guardmen have bravely answered the call to defend our freedom, to aid our friends and allies, and to turn back aggressors. We can never fully repay our debt of gratitude to the more than 650,000 American service members who have died in battle, or the 1.4 million who were wounded. We can, however, recognize and thank the 25 million veterans still living today. President Woodrow Wilson first proclaimed November 11th as a national holiday in 1919. It was called Armistice Day and signified the day that major hostilities ended in World War I. In 1938, Congress made the 11th of November each year a legal holiday, a day to be dedicated to the cause of world peace and to hereby be known as and celebrated Armistice Day. On June 1st, 1954, Congress replaced armistice with veterans, and it has been known as Veterans Day ever since. Veterans Day celebrates the service of all U.S. military veterans. Our nation honors her sons and daughters who have answered the call to defend a country they never knew and a people they never met. Those words apply equally to many of our World War II, Korean War, Vietnam War, and Gulf War veterans as well. They apply to today's active duty service members, tomorrow's veterans, who are helping to maintain peace throughout the world. It is our privilege to say thank you to all of America's veterans, to let them know that we appreciate them for their service and honor them for their sacrifices. The price of freedom is high. We cannot afford to forget those who are willing to pay it. This coming Friday, we celebrate America's veterans for keeping this nation the land of the free and the home of the brave. Today, we would like to honor those Americans who have so faithfully served their country by performing for you the traditional United States Air Force Flag Folding Ceremony. The Flag Folding Ceremony represents the same principles on which our great nation was founded. In the Armed Forces of the United States, at the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning, it is brought out and, at the ceremony of reveille, run aloft as a symbol of our belief in the resurrection of the body. For more than 200 years, the American flag has been the symbol of our nation's unity, as well as a source of pride and inspiration for millions of citizens. Born on June 14, 1777, the Second Continental Congress determined that the flag of the United States will be 13 stripes, alternating 7 red and 6 white, that the Union will be 13 stars, white in a field of blue, representing a new constellation. Between 1777 and 1960, the shape and design of the flag evolved into the flag presented before you today. The 13 horizontal stripes represent the 13 original colonies, while the stars represent the 50 states of the Union. The colors of the flag are symbolic as well. Red symbolizes hardiness and valor. White signifies purity and innocence. And blue represents vigilance, perseverance, and justice. Traditionally, a symbol of liberty, the American flag has carried the message of freedom and inspired Americans both at home and abroad. In 1814, Francis Scott Key was so moved at seeing the stars and stripes waving after the British shelling over Baltimore's Fort McHenry that he wrote the words to the Star-Spangled Banner. In 1892, the flag inspired Francis Bellamy to write the Pledge of Allegiance, our most famous flag salute and patriotic oath. In July of 1969, the flag was flown in space when Neil Armstrong planted it on the surface of the moon. Today, our flag flies on constellations of U.S. Air Force satellites that circle our globe, on the fin flash of our aircraft in harm's way in every corner of the world. Indeed, it flies in the heart of every airman who serves our great nation. The sun never sets on the U.S. Air Force, nor on the flag we so proudly cherish. Since 1776, no generation of Americans have been spared the responsibility of defending freedom. Today's airmen remain committed to preserving the freedom that others have won for us, for generations to come. By displaying the flag and giving it a distinctive fold, we show respect to the flag and express our gratitude to those individuals who fought and will continue to fight for freedom at home and abroad. Since the dawn of the 20th century, airmen have proudly flown the flag in every major conflict on lands and skies around the world. It is their responsibility, our responsibility, to continue to protect and preserve these rights, privileges, and freedoms that we, as Americans, enjoy today. The United States flag represents who we are. It stands for the freedom we all share and the pride and patriotism we feel for our country. We cherish its legacy as a beacon of hope to one and all. Long may it wave.